Meanwhile, the back and forth between Governor Newsom and the Trump administration persists.
Yeah, just today, a White House press secretary took aim at the governor for defending President Trump's order to bring the military into the city.
We've had hundreds of people who have assaulted law enforcement officers. Are you saying that that's that's appropriate behavior?
No,
Are you
no,
saying
I'm not
that
saying
the
that at all.
president
I'm
shouldn't
just
take
trying
action?
to figure out.
The Democrat governor and the Democrat mayor of Los Angeles have failed their citizens. And the majority of Americans, the majority of Californians, do not want to see law enforcement officers being assaulted in the streets.
And now this fight moves from the streets to the courts. Governor Gavin Newsom and State Attorney General Rob Bonta have sued the Trump administration over its use of the National Guard. A federal judge will hear this case tomorrow.
And joining us live now is State Attorney General Rob Bonta. Thanks for your time today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So walk us through tomorrow's hearing, and what's your expectation of how that will go?
Well, tomorrow is the hearing on the temporary restraining order request related to our complaint that we filed on Monday. And we filed the lawsuit because President Trump is involved in an unlawful power grab where he's trying to exercise authority that he doesn't have. It's in violation of the U.S. Constitution. It's in violation of federal statutes. And his deployment of the National Guard into Los Angeles is unlawful and should be struck down. And the mobilization of the Marines into Los Angeles must be limited to only lawful actions and not any engagement by that military organization, the Marines, in civilian law enforcement. So we'll have a hearing tomorrow. Both parties, the state of California, my team, and the United States government will be able to make their arguments and answer the judge's questions. And then the judge will issue an order soon thereafter. Could be from the bench, could be in the coming days. But we are very hopeful for an order in our favor. We think we have the better of the law and the facts. And that's why we brought the request. And we think it's very appropriate for the court to grant it tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, the other side is the DOJ says this lawsuit to block troops could put lives in danger. What is your response to that?
Absolutely not. The comments from the federal government have been very disrespectful and insulting of the incredible men and women who don the uniform and wear the badge in the LA Sheriff's Department, who are working overtime, the members of the Los Angeles Police Department, the members of the neighboring sheriff's departments and police departments who've worked in providing mutual aid. The Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, the largest in the nation, by the way, and the LAPD, the third largest PD in the nation, had everything handled and under control, quelled any unrest, held folks accountable for any unlawful activity before the National Guard even arrived. When the National Guard arrived on Sunday morning, they arrived to quiet streets. And so this idea, this fiction being promoted by the federal government that there is uncontrolled and uncontrollable rebellion and invasion is crazy. There's no rebellion. There's no invasion. Anyone with any common sense can see that, but they keep trying to promote this idea. So there's no lawful basis for the National Guard or the Marines to be doing some of the activities and functions that the president seeks for them to do. And their presence has actually inflamed tensions, escalated the situation, provoked the situation, and increased public safety risk instead of reducing it. So if lives are being put in danger, it is in no small part due to the presence of the military and the militarization of an American city.
Now, we haven't actually seen the Marines sort of mobilized here in the LA area. We know that they are activated. What do you think their role will be in conjunction with the Guard if your hearing tomorrow doesn't go your way?
I believe the mission of both the National Guard and the Marines is to protect federal functions, personnel, and property. Protect federal functions, personnel, and property. So for property, that means protecting federal buildings. For personnel, that means protecting ICE agents. And functions, that means immigration enforcement. So it necessarily means that the Marines and the National Guard will be out in the field, in neighborhoods, in communities, at work sites, at Home Depots, at restaurants, at hospitals, schools, and churches, involved in immigration enforcement, which is a civilian law enforcement duty and function, which is unlawful for the military to be involved in.
All right, more to come. California Attorney General Rob Bonta, we appreciate your time here this afternoon.
Appreciate yours. Thanks for having me.